Good morning to you all. I am Akanksha Shekhawat, TGT Science. Today we are starting off with first chapter of grade 9th, that is matter in our surroundings. So just look at the definition of matter. What is matter? Matter is anything which occupies a space and that has mass. So even in your surroundings you can see so many things, like a table is there, chair is there, even pen, book. All these things, they occupy some space and they have some mass also. So all these things that you see in your surroundings, they all are called matter. Now, what classification of matter? Earlier, Indian philosophers, they classified matter as air, earth, fire, sky, water. These were called the Panch Tattva, and all the things in your surroundings, they were made from all these five things, like air, earth, fire, sky, and water. Now, on the basis of physical state in modern science, we classify matter into solid, liquid, and gases. On the basis of chemical composition also, matter is classified as a pure substance and as a mixture. And further, a pure substance may be called as elements and compounds, and mixtures are again of two types: homogeneous mixtures or heterogeneous mixtures, that we will be studying in chapter 2 of chemistry. नाउ फिजिकल नेचर ऑफ मैटर. मैटर जो है उसका फिजिकल नेचर क्या होता है, मीन्स हाउ इट लुक्स. So the particles of matter, they are very very small, very tiny. They have space between them. Now they are continuously moving and they attract each other. So these are some characteristics you can call or physical nature, that बहुत छोटे होते हैं, उनके बीच में कुछ स्पेस होती है और वो कंटिन्यूसली मूविंग होते हैं और वो एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट करते हैं. कौन? पार्टिकल्स ऑफ मैटर, जिससे कि मैटर बना हुआ है, उन पार्टिकल्स की ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रॉपर्टीज़ हैं. नाउ टू एक्सप्लेन द फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी, दैट इज़ मैटर इज़ मेड अप ऑफ पार्टिकल्स. फॉर दैट वी विल बी डूइंग अ सिंपल activity. In activity, what we have to do is we have to take a beaker and fill it with water, then dissolve some salt or sugar into it using a glass rod. The salt dissolves in water, but the level of water does not change. Why this happens? Because the particles of water, they get into the space between the particles of water. This shows that matter is made up of particles. So whenever we dissolve salt and sugar into water, the level of water never rises. Why this happens? Because we say that these matter, they are made up of small particles and they have space between them. So these small particles, they occupy that space, and there is no increase in level of water that we are taking in the beaker. Now for second activity, what they are saying is the particles of matter, they are very tiny, they are very minute. So for that, what we have to do is you have to take 2-3 drops of potassium permanganate and you have to dissolve it in 100 ml of water, and then again you have to take 10 ml of solution and dissolve it into another beaker containing 100 ml of water. We have to repeat this activity for 5 to 6 times, and this will show that a few crystals of potassium permanganate, they can color a large volume of water. एक बीकर में आपने मिक्स किया, फिर उस बीकर में से 10 ml लेके आप उसको नेक्स्ट बीकर में डाल रहे हैं, फिर वहाँ से 10 ml लेके फिर उसको आप दूसरे बीकर में डाल रहे हैं. तो ऐसे जब आप कंटिन्यू करोगे तो एक लार्जर वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर को पोटेशियम परमैंगनेट पिंकिश कलर देगा. सो दिस प्रूव्स दैट द पार्टिकल्स ऑफ मैटर आर वेरी स्मॉल, दैट्स वाई दे आर कीप ऑन डिवाइडिंग. Then the particles of matter, they have space between them. This we can explain by using the same activity that we have done with water and salt or sugar. Why salt and sugar, they dissolves into the water without increasing the level of the water? Because water has some space between them, the particles of water, it has some space between them. So those spaces are occupied by the solid crystals of salt and sugar, and that's why there is no increase in level of water that we are taking into the beaker. Then next is they are continuously moving. Yes, in the case of matter, that is in the gaseous form. If the matter is in gaseous form, then we can say that the particles are continuously moving in a zigzag motion. Like in an activity we can do, we can take a water in a beaker and put a drop of blue or red ink into it, and leave it undisturbed for few hours. The ink will spread evenly throughout the water due to the movement of the particles. Yes, so this, by this we can prove that the particles, they are always moving continuously. And this intermixing of two or more different type of matter on their own is known as diffusion. दो या दो से ज़्यादा जब मैटर्स आपस में मिक्सअप होते हैं, लाइक लिक्विड प्लस गैस, और गैस इज मिक्सिंग इनटू solid, something like this, when two or more different type of matters, when they mix together on their own, this process is called diffusion. Like we get the smell of food few inches away, or we get the smell of perfume. All this is happening because the gas is getting mixed into the air and then it reaches our nostrils. So this is also the phenomenon of diffusion. Now particles of matter, they attract each other. Yes, they attract each other. That's why some are solids, some are liquid, and some are gases. Like we take an example of an iron nail, a piece of chalk, or a rubber band, and we try to hammer them, cut them, or stretch them. It is more easier to break the chalk, less easier to break the rubber band. We can stretch the rubber band, but it's not breakable that easily. And it is difficult to break the iron nail. Why? Because iron nail is a solid, and the particles of solid, they are very close to each other, means they are very much attracted to each other. So this proves that the particles of matter, they attract each other, and on the basis of this only, particles of matter are classified into three different categories as solid, liquid, and gas. So let's see what are the properties of solids. Solids have a definite shape and they have a fixed volume. Solids का एक definite shape होता है, like you can take example of a chair or a table or a pen or a pencil or a book. These all things are solid because they have a definite shape, and so they have a definite volume also. They have space between the particles, but the spaces are minimum. सबसे कम spaces हैं. Although there is space, you can break by applying force onto them, you can break the things, but the particles of matter, they have minimum space as compared to liquid and gases. Force of attraction सबसे ज़्यादा होता है, maximum it is in solids only. That's why solids को easily break नहीं किया जा सकता. The movement of the particles is minimum. Particles का movement भी जो है वो सबसे कम होता है solids में, क्योंकि वो आपस में एकदम closely packed होते हैं. As you can see it in the diagram, क्योंकि वो closely packed होते हैं एक दूसरे से particles, इसलिए उन particles को हम compress भी नहीं कर सकते. So they are least compressible and their rate of diffusion is also least. वो diffuse भी नहीं करेंगे. जो particles हैं वो continuously moving state में नहीं है, इसलिए वो diffuse भी नहीं करेंगे. So these are some of the properties of solids. Next, moving on to the properties of liquids. Liquids जो है उनके particles में spaces as compared to solids थोड़ी ज़्यादा होती हैं. So they don't have any definite shape, but they have a definite volume. The liquids take the shape of the container. जिस भी container में liquid को डालेंगे हम, उसी का shape वो ले लेगा. The space between the particles is intermediate. Intermediate means solids से ज़्यादा होती है, gases से कम होती है space between the particles in liquids. Force of attraction is also intermediate. The movement of particles is also intermediate. They are less compressible and the rate of diffusion is more than solids. Solids के comparison में liquids का rate of diffusion ज़्यादा होता है. और सॉलिड्स जो है उनको हम बोलते हैं दैट दे आर द रिजिड सब्सटेंसेस, इसलिए उसको बोलते हैं कि सॉलिड्स कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी शो करता है, रिजिडिटी. लेकिन लिक्विड्स जो है वो फ्लूइड है, दे कैन फ्लो इजीली. दैट्स व्हाई वी से दैट लिक्विड्स शो द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ फ्लूइडिटी. नेक्स्ट, मूविंग ऑन टू गैसेस. Gases do not have any definite shape or definite volume. ना कोई proper shape होता है gases का, ना volume होता है. You can take example of air that is present in your surroundings around you. It is gas only. Gas occupy the whole space of the container. स्पेस बिटवीन द पार्टिकल्स मैक्सिमम होता है, सबसे ज़्यादा स्पेसेस होते हैं गैसेस में. फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन सबसे कम होता है, इसीलिए उसके पार्टिकल्स जिगजैग फॉर्म में कंटिन्यूसली मूव कर रहे होते हैं, वो एकदम क्लोज पैक्ड नहीं होते हैं सॉलिड के जैसे. द पार्टिकल्स ऑफ द gaseous state, they show maximum movement and they are most compressible. compress किया जा सकता है उनको. that's why we can fill gas into a cylinder by compressing it. और डिफ्यूजन का रेट जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा होता है गैसेस में. दैट्स वाई वी आर एबल टू गेट द स्मेल ऑफ फूड, वी आर एबल टू गेट द स्मेल ऑफ परफ्यूम, because the particles they easily get mixed into the air and then they reaches our nostrils. So here you can see in the diagram the packing, the different kind of packing in solid, liquid and gases. In solids the particles are very close to each other. In liquids they have bit of spaces between the particles. In gases the particles are very far apart from each other and they are in continuous motion. Now, change of state. Yes, one state can be changed into another. So, when a solid is heated, it changes into liquid, and when a liquid is heated, it changes into gas. This you can explain. This you can understand by giving the example of ice. Like ice is a form of solid. When you heat the ice, it will ultimately change into water, which is liquid. And if you keep on heating the water will change into water vapor, which is a gas. So on providing heat, we can change one state into the another one. When a gas is cooled, it changes to liquid, and when a liquid is cooled, it changes into solid. So the backward process can also be done, like we can change gas into liquid and liquid into solid by cooling it, and by providing the heat we can change solid into liquid and liquid into gas. So this is how the states changes into solid to liquid to gas, or vice versa. For example, if ice is heated, it changes into water, and if water is heated, it changes into steam. If steam is cooled, then again it gets changed into water, and the process is called condensation. If water is cooled, it again changes into ice. Now, melting. What is melting? We call melting as fusion also. So when a solid is heated, then the particles they begin to vibrate with greater speed and begin to move more freely. Whenever we will provide the energy to any kind of state, the particles they will gain the potential energy, they will convert it into kinetic energy, and when the kinetic energy will increase, obviously the particles they will start vibrating. And then at a particular temperature what will happen, the solid will start melting and it changes into liquid. This process of melting is known as fusion. The temperature at which a solid melts is called its melting point, and the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius in Celsius scale, and in Kelvin scale it is 273 Kelvin. Now there is another word, latent heat of fusion also. What is this latent? The word latent means hidden. Latent का मतलब होता है hidden. So whenever we are providing energy to solid to change it into liquid, कुछ amount of energy होता है जो कि temperature को increase नहीं करता, तो फिर वो energy कहाँ जाती है? That is in the hidden form. And where is that energy used? That energy is used to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure. This is called latent heat of fusion. And because it is latent, because it is hidden, because it is used by the solid particles to overcome the force of attraction between them and change into liquid, that's why we call it latent heat. Latent का मतलब होता है hidden heat. Then what is boiling? Boiling is when a liquid is heated, its particles begin to move even faster. Then at a particular temperature, the liquid begins to boil and changes into gas, or we can say vapor. Boiling is a bulk phenomena. When a liquid boils, the bulk of liquid changes into vapor. The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling is called its boiling point. Like for water, it is 100 degrees Celsius or 273 degree Kelvin. Here also we have latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization is that amount of heat energy that is used to change 1 kg of liquid into gas at atmospheric pressure without increasing any rise in the temperature. That is called latent heat of vaporization. Then next, so what is sublimation? The change of state directly from solid to gas और फ्रॉम गैस टू सॉलिड इज कॉल्ड सब्लिमेशन. सब्लिमेशन है जब सॉलिड जो है वो डायरेक्टली गैस में चेंज हो जाए और गैस डायरेक्ट सॉलिड में चेंज हो जाए विदाउट कमिंग ऑन टू द लिक्विड स्टेट. दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड सब्लिमेशन एंड इट्स कॉमन एग्जाम्पल इज solid camphor or ammonium chloride. When these things are heated or they are given energy, what happens? They directly changes into vapor state, means they directly changes into gaseous state from solid. If the vapors are cooled, then it again changes into solid state. Like we have naphthalene balls also. When we keep naphthalene balls, they are in solid state, but after some time we don't find them or they are smaller in size. So what happens to them? Sublimation, they directly get converted into gas from solid state. Now what is the effect of pressure on gases? What happens when we compress gases or when we apply pressure on gases? So when pressure is applied on gas, the particles they come closer. Obviously gases के particles जो है वो zigzag movement में होते हैं हमेशा continuous. तो उन पे जब हम प्रेशर अप्लाई करेंगे तो पार्टिकल्स एक दूसरे के क्लोज आना स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे. दे विल कम क्लोजर टू ईच अदर एंड द गैस विल लिक्विफाई, मीन्स इट विल स्टार्ट कन्वर्टिंग इनटू लिक्विड. We can liquefy gases by applying more and more pressure and reducing the temperature. So this is how compressing of gases is done. Compressed solid carbon dioxide is used as a dry ice. If the pressure is reduced, then it changes directly to gas without coming into liquid state. So solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice. Now interconversion of three states. You can see it in the diagram itself. The same is given to you in the NCERT book also. Likewise, when solid changes into liquid, we call it as melting or fusion. Liquid changes into gas by the process of vaporization. Gas changes into solid directly, that is called sublimation. And liquid changes into solid by the process of solidification, and gas changes into liquid by the process of condensation. And the conversion of solid directly into gas is again called sublimation. So this is the diagram of interconversion of the three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. Moving on to the next topic, that is evaporization. So what is evaporization? The change of a liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. Like we know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. But below 100 degrees Celsius, if any kind of liquid is getting converted into gaseous state, then we say that evaporization has taken place. Evaporization is a surface phenomena. Particles from the surface, they gain enough energy to overcome the force of attraction and changes to vapor state or gaseous state. Evaporization में क्या होता है? Particles जो है वो energy gain कर लेते हैं अपने ही surrounding से, heat energy, और जो उनके बीच में फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है उसको ब्रेक करके दे विल स्टार्ट मूविंग zigzag एंड दे विल इवेपोरेट अल्टीमेटली, मीन्स दे विल चेंज इनटू गैस. अब व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स? कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं जो कि इवेपोरेशन को अफेक्ट करते होंगे? द फर्स्ट इज सरफेस एरिया. सरफेस एरिया अगर ज़्यादा होगा तो रेट ऑफ इवेपोरेशन भी ज़्यादा होगा. देन टेम्परेचर, इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर, इट विल इंक्रीज द रेट ऑफ इवेपोराइजेशन. Humidity means the presence of water vapor in air, that we call as moisture. So if humidity decreases, then evaporization will increase, and if there is increase in wind speed, then also the evaporization increases. So there are 4 factors that directly or indirectly affects evaporization, that is surface area, temperature, humidity and the speed of wind. Then yes, evaporization causes cooling. This is the after effect. Evaporization होने के बाद कौन सा effect होता है? It causes cooling. You can give best example like when we are sweating and when the sweat get absorbed through the cotton clothes and when it get evaporated, so we feel some cool sensation on our body. So this is the best example that we can give, that yes, evaporization causes cooling. Whenever a liquid evaporates, what happens? The particles of liquid, they absorb heat from the surroundings and then they evaporate. So the surroundings become cold. तो लिक्विड जो होता है वो अपने आस पास से ही हीट एनर्जी को एब्जॉर्व करके इवेपोरेट होता है, और इवेपोरेशन होने के बाद वो जो सराउंडिंग्स होती हैं वो क्या हो जाती हैं? ठंडी हो जाती हैं, दे बिकम्स कोल्ड. For example, people sprinkle water on roof or on open ground. Why? Because during evaporization, water absorbs heat and makes the hot surface cool. Likewise, in summers, we sweat more because during evaporization, the sweat absorbs heat from our body, making the body cool. Likewise, we are suggested to wear cotton clothes in summers. Why? Because they keep us cool, because cotton easily absorbs your sweat, and when the sweat evaporates, then it absorbs heat from our body, making the body cool. So this is the after effect of evaporization, that is, it cools the surroundings. So this was all about chapter number 1, that is matter in our surroundings. Hope you have understood the chapter. This was a quick revision of chapter number 1. Thank you for watching the video.